You're just up on books with Blue Tack. I just wanted to come and say, I'm going to come and have a chat tonight, I did say before, but I can't even remember what I put the title. I think it said a message. I'm sending a message to somebody. I can't remember the name, but I think they'll probably get who they are, even though it could say message could relate to others on here anyway. And this person asked the other day, so it was someone who made a comment about how they were feeling and how they were worried about, because I think this person is religious. Like I said, I'm not religious, there's a difference. But I believe in God's words or Jesus's words. It's a totally different thing. I'm going to talk about that later on tonight with a few other things. But just to say to that person, don't worry about if you think that sort of faith has been sort of ripped apart, because there's lots of things that have been ripped apart, and I want to tell you to still hold the faith, the hope, because there is truth within all religions, every single one of them globally, which is the same oneness, and it is all to do with love. So don't go sort of throwing your sort of hope out or your belief. Don't know if that makes sense. I'm going to explain it more later, because there are words and sayings that were in a book and words of a certain man way back when, and lots of people have tried to say the same things and have been seen as a nutcase, or, you know, they've died or whatever sort of thing. So I don't know if that makes any sense, but I'm sort of saying, hold on, please have hope, because the words that you may have heard or the way of a guidance in a book is the truth, and it's been twisted. But I will talk about that later, because I don't actually know if it's making sense. And like I said, I'm not religious, and I'll speak about that again after, which I have spoke about before. But I've noticed, I was online this morning, still trying to finish my nails off, and I was watching something, and you know, like when you're in that consciousness, things just come to you, like either people you meet, or, you know, things that I'm watching on YouTube, other people of like-mindedness, consciousness. You start watching their videos thinking, that is just what I was thinking about, or I was going to talk about that tonight, and I can't believe they're talking about it. And I read something the other day, and that's my dad, because we've just been talking about stuff, which I'll tell you tonight, and I'll have to ring you back in a minute. Because you have that same consciousness, then things just pop up because you're bringing that into your reality. But yeah, I'm going to sort of explain myself tonight, but I've just been watching things like, wow, that is still what I thought, still what I've always thought. Someone called me last year, I think it was last year, when I was talking about, and I was doing my other chats, which has always been the same things, always positive. Oh, you're a star seed, or star child, or I like work, and I was like, I don't know. I'll be chatting about that too. We all are. We just don't know it. So, yeah, I will be talking about it later on tonight. Not sure what time, just have to keep your eyes out, people. You know, and like when you hear the shift, and everyone's always saying, oh, when's the shift coming? I've heard people talking about this for years. When you talk in space and time, how do I put this? Time to these sort of spiritual beings, time doesn't exist, so they can't say, oh yeah, it's happening next Wednesday at 5 o'clock, because it doesn't work like that. But it is coming. Can't even explain myself, but I will see you later on tonight for a chat to see what everyone else thinks, because I know there's a lot of people thinking in the same sort of way, or beginning to think the same sort of way, because that's one consciousness is coming in, and people are on the same wavelength. And you know, I can't really explain myself. I'll try and explain myself later on. But to that person who made a comment, I think it was yesterday, about they were worried about, you know, maybe taking their God faith away, because if you've not noticed, that's what they're doing around the world at the minute. Have hope, and I'll explain later. So see you later. Bye.